Don't you know I'm loco?
Hello and welcome to the boardroom, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, it is he, it is me, it is PDD, Etepakuian right here in the place to be reviews, right here with all of yous. This is the official boardroom meeting for 8/19/2020. I am your host, the chairman of the board. I am joined by my esteemed colleagues to my right here in the box next to me. I'm poking his box. Is the Don of 2 Cents Toys and recently monetized, balling out over there at 2 Cents Toys, ladies and gentlemen, Salvador. Congratulations again, brother.
Hello, salutations. Yes, thank you, sir. I very recently became monetized, and so I'm looking forward to those 5 cents that I'll get a year. Um, but yes, it's I don't mean to downplay my personal achievements, which I try to remain humble at the risk of sounding downright diatribe of myself. But tonight we're gonna just let it all hang out. We're gonna shoot the shit for a while. What happens, happens. What happened, happened. We have to go back. Lost.
We have to go back.
Yes. For those playing along at home, young Sal has been up for will have been up for well over 24 hours by the end of all this. So I'm running on fumes, as one might say. So it's gonna be something. So, and yeah, that's the thumbnail for tonight. That's the thumbnail for tonight. I don't know. Enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, you're more than welcome to make it your damn self.
I don't know how I'm going to top that.
Yeah, and next, ladies and gents, he is the man from the state that brings us those wonderful Florida man stories. Ladies and gentlemen, Commander Cody of Goober Brothers Entertainment.
And speaking of Florida Man stories, I got a Florida Man story for all I use. What's up, guys? Goober Brothers Entertainment here. Glad to be back on the boardroom again. Every other week, it's just makes me miss you guys.
Well,
I can't miss you if you don't go away.
This is our second stream together this week, and this will be the first time in a while that I've done more streams than videos in a week. 'Cause I've released one video this week, and this is my third stream in 3 days. Well, I did two. This is double up. I did actually no, fourth. I'm sorry. I did a live stream last night too. Holy shit, Joe. Yeah, I was on a stream last night. My show Monday. Did the David Arquette video Monday. Recorded the Fandom Collective podcast for the Patreon. Hey, if you guys are not following the Fandom Collective on Twitter, we have a Patreon. Go over there, check it out. There's a lot of cool exclusive content. We recorded the podcast, the Fandom Collective show, which is released on Anchor. Yes, it's on Anchor and everywhere you get your podcast. But patrons get it 2 days sooner. That's right. So that'll be available 2 or 3 days ahead of time for the patrons. And plus, there's all kinds of exclusive content from Jeff the Rookie Critic, Flipped Out, and Fanzine over there. Coming soon, I'll have some new stuff. Or like I said, we're at a transition period in the channel here. So I'm kind of working on some things. As you can see, I still have my Monsieur Calvin J. Candy avatar up, as I have seemed to have forgotten to change that. Anyway, no, guys, thank you. But yeah, we got a lot. There's a lot going on, man. I ordered some new equipment. We got Warlord, Titan, Tiberius in the chat. Hail to thee, sir. The band one is among us. Yeah, I got the band hammer swung on me on Facebook this week, but that's neither here nor there nor anywhere. So, ladies and gents, onward, upward, Excelsior. We're going to move forward with the show. Now, our opening topic tonight, but we kind of were discussing this right before we came on the air, was Olivia Wilde directing a Sony Marvel movie. Now, the first time I saw Olivia Wilde was on the show The OC. actually. She did a spot on there, and yeah, she she's married to Mr. Jason Sudeikis, who
Mm.
basically I just Jason Sudeikis is not Ed Helms. That's that's how I,
Yes.
because
Yes, yes.
they're very similar. It's like they got cut from like the generic white guy cloth,
Mm-hmm.
like both of them did. But so anyway, Olivia Wilde,
Quickly.
yes,
I want to interrupt just to say this. So, uh, when they, for those who weren't privy to the conversation, and when they mentioned Olivia Wilde, I was like, "Bitch, what?" And I didn't know who the hell that was, so I had to go look her up. And I was like, "Ain't that the bitch that does those awful Coca-Cola commercials before the movie starts in the movie theaters?" So I hopped over to the wiki, where most learned scholars get their information from, of course. Um, and I'm not going to read everything because it's a long article, but I will read the table of contents to you. Chapter 1, Early Life. Chapter 1.1, Family. Chapter 2, Career. And then it breaks it down by year, starting in 2003 to 2017. It says early career, house, film, screenwriting debut, mainstream career, present Broadway debut, and directorial debut. 3, documentaries. 4, activism. 5, personal life. 6, awards nominations. See also references external links. Most people in the film industry, at the very least, have a filmography section.
hmm
They sacrifice filmography for her activism, which is considerably like more than there should be. So, lots of I'm not expecting anything of high caliber to come from this movie, just based on her activism, which seems to be more important than her acting.
yeah.
And yeah, the only thing I've seen her in is Tron Legacy.
I
She's
forgot
in
she was.
that.
I haven't seen that, but I forgot that she was one of the top. She was like the co-star of that, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the only thing I've seen her in. So, I mean, I've seen House, but only up to like season 3. I think I stopped watching at season 4, which is when she started. But,
Yeah, I forgot she was on that too. Actually watched the last couple seasons.
mm-hmm. And she's only 36, but she looks like she's about 56. So there's that. Not to detract from looks, but in Hollywood, maintaining that fountain of youth is kind of key to maintaining roles.
Well,
So
when you're married to Jason Sudeikis, doesn't seem like a good time,
I suppose so. There's something to be said for that.
I
Now,
oh, sorry.
I'm looking at Jason Sudeikis. Who's the guy from I Love You, Man?
Paul Rudd.
No, his friend.
Oh, Jason Segel.
Siegel. Okay, that's who I was thinking of when you said that. I was like, so, yeah, Siegel Sudeikis. Okay. Jason Siegel. Okay. So, because I had to look at Jason Sudeikis, I was like, that's not who I thought it was.
Yeah, Jason Segel was. Yep, he was the I Love You Man guy.
Okay. So, but the key takeaway from that is someone who's involved in the film industry does not have a filmography on Wikipedia, but has a
Mhm.
whole section for her activism. So keep that in the back of your mind, rattling about while Pete takes it away with his article.
Yep. So we're here on Deadline, and we have Olivia Wilde. Sony Pictures is not only growing its slate of its universe of Marvel characters, which that's a mouthful, that's what she said, but is building on the female characters at the center of it and looks to have landed one of the sought female directors in Hollywood. One of the sought. It's supposed to be sought after. That's very, very clunky wording and bad editing. But we'll go
Boo.
on. We'll go on. Screw you, Deadline. Screw you. Female directors in Hollywood. Sources tell Deadline that Olivia Wilde had closed a deal to direct and develop a secret Marvel film project revolving around a female character in the universe. While not confirmed, it is expected the story will be centered on Spider-Woman, which I'd rather see that than Madam Web, I guess.
How is it expected? Like, has it been hinted at that Spider-Woman's going to be a thing?
Yeah, they've been talking. Like I said, there was rumors. I did a video back in January about Alicia Vikander, that gorgeous little slab of abs from Tomb Raider reboot in 2018. That is possibly rumored to be one to play the role, but they're not going to. This isn't in pre-production. This is not rumored to come out until 2024, and that's according to the Cosmic Wonder and I believe Everything Always and the Marvelous Wave on YouTube as well. Some big Marvel related channels there. But yeah, so if this doesn't come out for 4 years, I mean, this could be like Silver and Black, if anybody remembers that. You guys remember that?
Nope.
Silver and Black. What is that, like Cloak and Dagger?
Silver and Black was Silver Sable and Black Cat.
Oh, right.
It was one of those canceled Sony movies from back in the day, kind of like the Sinister Six that Sony had planned.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's. I think Jeff was talking about that on the High Council last night. He'd mentioned that Amazing Spider-Man 2, they instead of making a sequel or a movie, they were basically like, let's shoehorn all these little, like, not Easter eggs, but these plot threads so we can expand this universe in like a year, and then it just fell apart.
Yep. And that's the thing is I don't really know why that didn't work. I mean, Andrew Garfield wasn't a good Peter Parker. I can't say that he wasn't a bad Spider-Man though.
Yeah, he had the quips down and all that. Like, how do I phrase it?
Because I'm not a fan of his, but
I was never a big fan of the hair.
yeah.
But he was too suave, too cool.
Yes.
To be Peter Parker.
Yes.
Especially if they're going for high school Peter Parker.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he was a good Spider-Man. Toby is the only one that's been like a great balance of both. Where Tom Holland, I think he's not a great Spider-Man, but I think he is a good Peter Parker outside of the Mr. Stark bullshit.
That doesn't that get fucking old? Like it gets so old.
Yeah, I get it. To an extent, I get it. I should say, like, they didn't want to rehash the Uncle Ben storyline all over again, so they had to give him someone else.
Yep.
Like they needed to give him a new father figure, but it's like, what was, to quote Tobey Maguire at the end of Spider-Man 1, I have a father. His name was Ben Parker.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't know. Would have been really interesting if when they introduced him in Civil War, if Ben had been alive, like they had casted Ben.
Yes.
Which, I mean, fuck it, Bryan Cranston. Just throwing that one out there.
That would be solid casting, I think. Like I don't hate that idea at all.
And then have him die in Homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's kind of Spider-Man in Civil War. Like, you see that he's been doing it with his homemade costume.
Yep.
But then have him really step into that role in that movie by killing off Uncle Ben in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
But, what do I know?
Stop, you're making sense.
Yeah.
So the article just says Sony had no comment. The film will be penned by Katie Silberman and Amy Pascal producing. Words are difficult. Rachel O'Connor will executive produce. While Silberman and Pascal already have strong ties, and the three are working on a Christmas buddy film at Universal. They hope to do prior to this one. Gary Spinelli penned a previous draft of the script. The Spider-Woman character has actually been the alter ego of several characters in the Spider-Man timeline over the years, including Gwen Stacy, Mary Jane Watson, and Jessica Drew, who was the first to sport the costume in the late 70s. Since the concept is being completely revamped by Wild, it's unknown the direction the studio will go with her. Please do not adapt the pregnant Spider-Woman. Please do not do that.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you, Sal?
Hell yeah. Let that bitch lay eggs.
Fucking big ass fucking pregnant Spider-Woman going, this is equality for woman. We want pregnant Spider-Woman.
I mean, it does stand to reason that there's plenty of superheroines that have, been pregnant and given birth, and there's not a whole lot of action with them going on. So if they'd done it very tongue-in-cheek, like if it was supposed to be satire, it would have been hilarious. but it wasn't.
It's just
So
pregnant Spider-Woman trying to watch how much caffeine she consumes and
Yeah.
trying to just
Yeah.
like make sure her back's not hurting too much, you know?
it would have been like if she was just whooping ass on some bank robbers, being like, "You have like in the middle of kicking their asses, just screaming like, you have no idea how bad my feet hurt."
Yes.
Like it would have been hilarious.
Mhm.
You just belly bump somebody into the wall.
But yeah, well,
Yeah. It is, man. It's funny. So it truly is like to think about that. Let's see.
I'm willing to bet if we did a deep dive on that, that whoever was involved in that run probably either was pregnant themselves very recently prior to that, or had a wife who was pregnant if they were male or female. I don't know.
We should.
You know what I mean?
I'll have to look into that.
So, because that tends to happen. People tend to write their real life events into comics. That was I cannot remember his fucking name. I do not remember his name. Jeff would be able to tell you. Like he probably could read my mind and know exactly what I'm talking about. The guy that made Peter Parker and Mary Jane get a divorce and everything
Oh,
because he was going through a divorce in
Yeah.
his life, so he made Peter Parker do it.
well, what's his name? Dan Harmon did that at the end of the Rick and Morty show. You know how they
Oh, yeah.
how they had the little his little production thing at the end, and it'd be like the husband and wife sitting on the couch. And then if you look into like season 2 or whatever, I think it is when they got,
Mhm.
I think it was season 2, they got divorced. He fucking took her off the couch, and the guy was just like laying there like a slob by himself.
Mm.
So yeah, he did that. Kind of like you said, just kind of art imitating life.
Hmm.
Let's see.
How much you want to bet this movie is going to be exactly like Venom? It's going to be Spider-Woman going throughout her career as maybe a journalist, maybe a scientist, maybe a teacher, and then I have to cope with my powers, and then she has these awkward scenes at work where it's embarrassing, and she accidentally just starts like shooting off web by mistake or sticking to the chalkboard or something, and then a couple slip and falls later, and then I have to find out who I really am while she's pregnant or something. I don't know. It's just going to be the same thing as Venom.
and
Spider Woman gets her groove back.
it's Angela Bassett playing Spider-Woman.
Yeah.
She'd still look awesome in the costume too, because Angela Bassett's still gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. It says the project has been a high priority since the top of the year, and Wild came close to passing on it as her dance card has begun to fill up quickly. At the end of the day,
Sure it was.
the idea of having a chance to launch her own female superhero was too hard to pass up, and she eventually came around to fully committing to the project. This marks the second film based around a female character in Sony's universe of Marvel characters to land a director after S.J. Clarkson was tapped to direct a Madam Web movie. It says was tapped. See, here we go again. Sony's also developing a Black Cat and Silver Sable movies and is clearly making effort to diversify the universe. Jesus Christ. Oh, like they're not going to make that Silver and Black movie, and I doubt that Madam Web movie gets made.
I've said it before, and I will continue to say it. Madam Web is an interesting character. Don't get me wrong, but she's made interesting by her interactions with other people, like Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse and everything else. Like outside of that, how would I put this? It'd be like, I don't know, making a movie about like the Hebrew God or something like that, like, and it just being about God. Like, what are you gonna do with that?
Yeah. He has
You know
no
what I mean?
supporting
That's
cast.
kind of what she is, like, more or less.
Oh, God.
It's like making a movie or a show about Alfred. Oh wait, we already got that.
I've been watching that, what is it, Beware the Batman, that animated show. Have y'all ever seen that one?
Nah.
No, I've seen Batman Beyond and the OG. Well, not the OG, but the OG for me, Batman animated series.
That Beware the Bat is solid. I like it.
Hell yeah.
Let's see here. Well, I was gonna say something I can't remember. Let's see. This marks the second film based around a female character. We talked about that. All right. Around the industry, more this is the paragraph right here. More and more female filmmakers are getting their shot at directing big budget comic book movies. Nia DaCosta most recently landed Catpan Mediocre 2 at Marvel, along with Wilde and Clarkson will follow in the footsteps of Patty Jenkins, Kathy Yan. Yeah, do we really want to cite Kathy Yan? Like, I mean, seriously, Birds of Prey was
What about canned hams?
yeah, that's about it. That's her movie. Fucking was about as successful as canned hams and a fucking vegan.
Steamed hams.
Steamed hams. And Chloe Zhao, which they're already touting Chloe Zhao for a movie that's not going to come out till next year, The Eternals. Which, like I said, I have no anticipation level for that movie whatsoever. Like none.
See, that's the interesting part about the Eternals is like I'll admit I don't know hardly dick about the Eternals, so I might watch it and really enjoy it, but at the same time I probably won't just based on the cast.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy, like I knew who they were, but I didn't read any of the comics. So when I went and saw it, I was like, man, this movie's great. But like super duper fans of Guardians were like, this movie sucks because Drax is not at all like that in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
But it's or kind of like how I watched Umbrella Academy, which I very much enjoy that show. But it's so far like I'd never read any of the comics. I didn't know anything about the source material, so I really enjoyed it. But if you are a huge fan of that, you probably won't like it.
Yeah, we were talking about that because I started to watch it, and yeah, I like I said, I was way too drunk.
Inebriated.
I was lit. And that was after that. It was after we got home from the wedding. I performed the ceremony. I performed, and it was at the reception all night. So yeah, it was not the right time. But I started watching it again. I got to go back and sit down with the wife, and we're gonna rewatch it because we both we're like, this looks good, but just now is not the right moment to watch that.
So you were about as drunk as a famous breakfast dish
Oh yeah,
made of eggs.
yeah.
Because omelette.
I was all sorts of that. That wasn't even it wasn't pretty.
Yeah. The Umbrella Academy is not you need to be of sound body and mind to watch Umbrella Academy because there's so much going on. They just kind of drop you right into it.
Yeah, they really did. Like the beginning of it is like, boom, okay, here we are. This is what they're doing. It's like, whoa, this is. Hey, I bought these. Spoiler alert. He's like, I bought these kids. It's like, what the fuck? Like, their parents their families were compensated handsomely. It's like, okay, so that's what we're doing now. We're just trafficking kids to be superheroes. All right, but like the power sets I saw from the kids so far were pretty badass, and the casting was good. But like you said, they swapped a lot of things around from the source material, which is always ruffles the feathers of the people that hear the dog whistle. We were discussing this early on the Fandom Collective show. Little sneak preview for some of you who are might listen to that or catch it on playback or whatever. But we were discussing how how this is how it's all working now with things. Oh well, this is woke, that's woke, and it's like, well, if
is
it really though? Is it because the Sherlock Holmes thing came out? They're going to do Enola Holmes. All right. And everybody started reeing at that immediately. And I think I even was like, what the, but then you look into it. I was talking to Fallon about it today, and she was like, well, she goes, I did the same thing because I did a video and was like, you shouldn't be swapping around Sherlock Holmes. And somebody commented on there. It's like, well, that book series came out like 15 years ago, Sherlock Holmes' sister. And she's like, oh, well, I stand corrected then, and it's like, you gotta take it on the chin with that one. And it's like, okay, so it's not woke just because it's about his sister. Now that other show on Netflix was that Cursed, kind of gender flopping, the King Arthur thing.
Oh yeah.
That, okay. And I see, that's stuff like that doesn't need to happen. But if you have like a pre-existing book series and now you're going to make a movie out of it, okay, that's fine, but yeah, this is gone. Some of it's gone too far. Like, okay, so Spider-Woman, I'm fine with it. Like I said, I've kind of, I was kind of like excited about the character. I was like, all right, cool. Especially when I hear Alicia Vikander, I'm like, well, she's athletic as hell. She trained like a beast for Tomb Raider. I'm like, that's the kind of female action star I want to see. And
She better be dummy thick though, because Spider Woman is stupid thick.
yeah, dude, the guy that drew the cover of her with that dump truck up in the air that drew the ire of everybody. Yeah, dude.
Had fucking Elastigirl going, damn.
I'm telling you, man. Alicia better start doing some lunges, man, because everybody thinks it's squats. It ain't squats; it's lunges that build that ass. Because she's very like toned and like athletic, but she's very, I would say, lithe, I guess, or very thin. That kind of like hyper muscular build, not like thick. She's not like a CrossFitter. Like that's who I feel like they should have doing is like like kind of like somebody with like a CrossFit lower body. That is Spider Woman. But before I get off on that, maybe that's a bad choice of wording. But no, off on that tangent. Yeah. But no, man, really, like I think this movie, it could be good. I just don't want to see Olivia Wilde go all stupid feminist with it because she's an intersectionalist. So as most of these females in Hollywood are, and that's going to bleed into whatever she's doing, which I liked about the Sony movies about Venom. Venom was fairly, I mean, I didn't really pick up on anything, and I usually am pretty good at that, on anything really woke in Venom. That was a pretty straightforward movie, and I understand what they're doing. They're talking about all these female projects that Sony's got going. It's like I said, they've been throwing that Silver and Black movie around for like at least 6 years now, if not more. So it's like they just keep dragging that out. Like the Madam Web, I can see them making that. I think we talked about that before, and we're like, they should have Charlize Theron play her. I think that'd be solid,
The Madam Web that I think of when I think of Madam Web is very old.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking like full gray wrinkles, like basically confined to a chair. So
Judi Dench,
yeah, or
Helen Mirren.
yeah. I love Helen Mirren. Helen Mirren would be solid.
She'd be fucking good, dude.
Christine Baranski.
She's another one. She's underrated, man. She's a good actress.
She would be perfect as Madam Web. Just give her like a little bit shorter gray hair.
Yep,
dude, money.
Alexandria Daddario would be an amazing Spider-Woman.
That's one of those names. Like every time I hear that name, I have to look her up because like I just forget what she looks like.
She's hot. She's hot. She's very hot. Yeah. She would fill out the outfit. Let's just say that.
Alexandria Daddario, so hot right now.
That's basically it. It's that Will Ferrell meme. But
she wouldn't be attending a school for ants. She'd be attending a school for spiders.
Yeah. What is this? An ass for ants? I do good work sometimes.
We use that in the Pixar video too.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit! That's actually about to cross 6,000 views.
Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
It's still gaining momentum, man. It won't die. I love it.
You should put it on Facebook and see if it goes viral.
I will. I can do that. I was gonna share. What I'm gonna do. For those of you in the chat, I'm gonna start doing too. I'm gonna have to wait 29 days now. But I'm gonna start simulcasting the live shows, the podcast, in the Facebook group too. So it'll be in there too. For some of the people who are in the group that may not catch us on YouTube, it'll be available there as well. So yeah, but I tried to do it tonight, and it's like, you are currently blocked from using this feature. I'm like, son of a bitch. There goes that. So yeah, Facebook jail.
Facebook's fucked.
I get to come out with another tattoo teardrop on my face. But so I don't know, like this whole, like I said, the Spider-Woman thing, I would be cool with it. But it's so far off into the future, it's almost laughable to even speculate now that they are going to they're gonna
actually follow through.
Yeah, I don't see them doing it. Like I said, they've got to live. Okay, so you've got Olivia Wilde 4 years in advance when you wouldn't even start pre-production for probably what 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
You start pre-production in 2 years. Take a year to get everything. A year to 8 months, get everything lined up. Give yourself about probably 6-8 months, maybe a year to shoot everything, get it finalized and ready for the theater. So
you're thinking about recasting the role at least 3 times and then changing directors twice.
oh yeah, this if this thing does have legs to stand on, they'll probably change. Yeah, they'll change cast and directors and it won't be Olivia Wilde ended up doing it. It'll be like fucking I don't know.
Because Ant-Man, God, what was that guy's name? The one who
Peyton Reed.
Peyton Reed. Yeah,
Yep.
he did all like the Shaun of the Dead stuff and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was supposed to do Ant-Man back in like 2009 or something like that.
Oh damn.
And it kept getting pushed back, and then eventually he just quit directing and quit writing something that had to start over completely. And so, because you want to know how I would have introduced Ant-Man?
How?
Not that I don't love Paul Rudd, because I think he did a great Scott Lang. I really enjoy his character and Avengers and all that. I really, really do. At the end of I would have had him going into Age of Ultron, right before Age of Ultron started. So what was the one that was right before, like Iron Man 3 or something like that?
Was I?
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
Whichever one it was, I would have had an after credit scene, and all you see is just a man's back is turned. Like you just see him tinkering on something like science shit.
Yep.
Fucking you see soldering and sparks and all that, and someone walks in and he just kind of turns his body a little bit, and you just see like half of Ultron's head, and you just whoever walks in goes, "Excuse me, Dr. Pym."
Yeah.
And then that would have been the way to do it. But what do I know?
Stop making sense.
I know.
Kevin Feige's gonna put a fucking hit on you.
Just like what I would have done with Infinity War. But I mean, before they did this is before Captain Marvel even came out, I think. So this is what I would have done, right? Would have left everything the same, except when Captain Marvel shows up, she like completely annihilates Thanos, like just annihilates and puts an end to the whole war and everything, like kills him in front of everybody single-handedly. But here's the catch, right? So all the rest of the Avengers are like kind of show up and they start talking to her, and all that happens is she turns around, morphs into the Super Skrull, and just says the invasion has begun.
Nice.
And then it cuts to black.
Nice.
Boom.
Because they're gonna work that secret invasion angle in.
Which they can't, because they've already set up the Skrulls to be the good guys.
I know. That's it. People get mad when you're like, yeah, that's great. So you already fucked up Secret Invasion by using the Skrulls as just poor innocent refugees. No, that's not all the Skrulls. That's just some of the Skrulls that are. I'm like, oh my god, really? This is what we're gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna make the Skrulls like the good guys, and then after a couple movies, they're gonna be like, just kidding. This was our plan the whole time. It's like, yeah, we get it. You're subverting expectations. We get it. Marvel.
Damn you, Marvel. They're taking the Ryan Johnson approach. They're just going to start being subversive.
And I don't mind having my expectations subverted.
As long as it's not shite.
Well, I think, like, this is one of the only things I have to say in defense of The Last Jedi. Like, I didn't mind certain things happening. Like when I first saw it, so this is when I very first saw it, and they're like, Rey's a nobody. I was like, thank God. I was like, I didn't want her to be a Skywalker or anyone. I was like, why does it all have to be one fucking family? And when they killed Snoke, I was like, good. I didn't need Emperor 2.0, in which we ended up getting a legit Emperor 2.0 anyway.
Yep.
But at the time, I was like, some of it I was fine with. I was like, good. Like, get this shit, like, because the first one, or Force Awakens, was very clearly A New Hope.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, good, take this somewhere else. I'm tired of all this shit getting, like, soft rebooted. But the whole movie was just, subversion. Subverted your subversion. Like, just kept subverting over and over. It's like, it got old fast.
Yep.
It's like someone tried, fucking up high, down low, too slow, like, or like the fucking go to shake your hand and they put their hand over their fucking hair and shit like that. It's like that's what it was the entire fucking movie. Not to get on a tangent on that, but subverting expectations can be good, but if you do it way too much, then it loses its whole thing. It's the boy that cried wolf, basically.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah. That was. Oh, I hated that. I still hate that fucking movie. I mean, who am I kidding? I always hate that damn movie. Ugh. The cinematography was nice. That's what I can say about it. You know what I mean? Like the cinematography was nice. But,
yeah, it looked pretty.
yep.
Which doesn't take much. Just a budget and a few computers will do that.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it with that. And I don't know. I just Star Wars, this whole Disney thing's another fucking that's another line of that's another topic altogether. I'm pretty much done with Spider-Woman. Like I said, this we'll see how far this goes. They're announcing it 4 years in the future. Like we talked about Monday night, if you didn't hear, they've bought a license for a name for a production company, Solve Everything Productions. That is going to lead into the Fantastic Four movie. And actually, like I said, the Cosmic Wonder shared an image in his video, which is like a, kind of like a fan casting thing. We were discussing The Rock playing the Thing, and
Hell yeah.
and in that video, John Krasinski is, or in the picture, John Krasinski. It looks like him as Mr. Fantastic, but The Rock is the Thing.
Hell yeah.
So I was just like, that would be freaking great. Like I sent it to Jeff because I was like, dude, I'm like, this is so. He goes, no, that would be cool. And Emily Blunt, I'm looking at it right now. Emily Blunt is Sue Storm. The Rock is the Thing, and it almost looks like, I can't tell, Zac Efron is the Human Torch, which
I'm down
Michael
for
B.
that.
Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. I wouldn't mind Zac Efron, man.
He's cool.
He has come so far as an actor. I'll pull the image up. He's come so far as an actor. The Ted Bundy movie really put it over the edge for me. That was just excellent.
Was he that good in it?
Yes.
So that's like people want to give Robert Pattinson grief for Batman. And I've seen some of the shit that he said, like he's not working out for the role and shit like that, which, I mean, if he's not shirtless at all, then it doesn't really fucking matter. You know what I mean? But he's a fantastic actor. Like, he really is. Like, if you've seen Lighthouse, which is the most recent thing I've seen
I
him
want
in,
to see that.
holy shit. Like, it's just him and Willem Dafoe for the entire fucking movie, basically, and he's fucking incredible. So it's, some people start out making these stupid, like, hokey little movies, and kind of, like, I use this analogy sometimes, like, I am not, by any stretch, a fan of Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
Never was. Like, I was out of her age demographic when she was on Disney and shit like that.
She crushed it as Hannah Montana.
I've never seen an episode.
Just kidding.
But and I'm not a fan of her music. And then someone showed me it was called like the Backyard Sessions or something like that, where she covered "Look What They've Done to My Brain, Ma" and Jolene, and I was like, holy dick, why doesn't she do this? That was awesome. Like, cause she nailed those fucking songs, and like I think Dolly Parton actually said she loved her version, but it's like, so some of these people have like incredible range and can do lots of stuff, but it's what makes the money. So
she's a talented, a very talented singer. Absolutely. I can totally say that.
she just went fucking crazy. That's all.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Which I think 90% of that was publicity, just trying to break away, like make a hard break from Disney.
Yep.
Which actually a lot of people don't know. She was in a Marvel movie. She was in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
She was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's a little robot.
With Starhawk and all those guys at the end.
Yeah.
Like all the Order guys, that robot. She's like, oh my God, I missed you guys. That's Miley Cyrus.
I had no idea that was her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you go back and watch it, and you're gonna be like, "All right, yep, that's her." completely.
Fucking crazy. It was Guardians of the Galaxy 2, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I'll.
So basically, like Yondu was part of the Guardians of the Galaxy, like Starhawk and all them. It was kind of like, so the Guardians of the Galaxy that everyone knows are not the original Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep.
So it was kind of like, you know, it was supposed to be like the OG team getting back together because they were gonna make that movie and it just never happened. Okay, I see it.
Yeah, see.
You know who would be really good? Because you know who that reminds me of?
Who?
Aaron Paul.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think Aaron Paul would be great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, aside from his I take responsibility fucking thing.
Yeah.
But he's a good actor. Like, I mean, he was Jesse Pinkman for crying out loud.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he'd be a great Human Torch. I don't know how close he is in age to Emily Blunt, but
Yeah.
I think that's her name, right?
Yep. She's
Okay.
what is she? I can't.
She's probably in her mid to late
I
30s at least.
think she's like 35, maybe 36.
Zac Efron's definitely closer to her age.
Yeah.
To the wiki.
That's what I'm doing right now. Emily Blunt's age. She's 37.
37. Okay.
Efron is probably what, in maybe 30?
Yeah. Aaron Paul's 40.
Is he? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Efron's 32, so 5 years. That's not bad.
Yeah, and I do believe that Sue is the older of the siblings. So, but I mean,
Yeah.
Hollywood, Joe.
Yep. And honestly, they both look. I mean, Emily Blunt is in tremendous physical condition anyway, and so is Efron. So they both look, younger than their years. So I think that would work definitely. And literally, this is a great picture because seeing The Rock at that would be great. I think it would be really cool.
That would be the new like Avengers movies, like events at the theaters.
Oh, absolutely, man!
Like, everybody would
Fantastic
have flocked
Four
to this shit. Oh,
with that cast. And I've said before, I'm not a huge fan of the Marvel casting these big name Hollywood actors, but I think for Fantastic Four, for what's been done with the movie over the franchise over the years cinematically, it almost needs something. It needs like Jeff put it. He said the prestige. That's what The Rock would kind of bring to that, and I would agree because The Rock
He'll put butts in seats.
Oh God, yes, he will. Look what I mean. He's a big part of Jumanji's success.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he is a huge part of Jumanji's success. So I think having him in that would be definitely a good thing. He's like I said, and it's not like the guy is just some wrestler. He's a hell of an actor too. So
Yeah. That was I think we both are. What was his first actual acting role? Wasn't it like Scorpion King?
yeah, yep.
Yeah, I'll never forget that. Where I think it was like Emotep fucking like threw a spear or something. And he caught it with his little talent thing, gave him the fucking people's eyebrow or whatever. And I was like, oh come on.
Yep.
I mean, as a kid, I was like, oh, The Rock. But
oh, wait, Warlord Titan says, let's see, he's already Black Adam. Yes, he is. Yes, he is already Black Adam. But money talks. And he could do both. I mean, I'd love to see The Rock in DC and Marvel. I mean, is there really like a bad time to see The Rock in something? Like, let's be honest, there isn't.
I mean, no, there isn't.
No,
I was gonna say unless it's in bed in the morning, but hey, fuck it.
You know what? What the hell? It's The Rock. I mean, can you really?
I mean, can I physically tell him no? I don't think I can.
I know. I don't think so. I mean, like I said, I'm a decent sized individual, but he's a much larger individual.
He'd call you a candy ass and just say "fuck you."
Keep your Rudy Poo candy ass. Yes, sir.
I saw he's in Rampage. That movie was good.
I've never seen that.
It's just fun. Like you can't.
That's a video game movie.
Yeah. Yep.
You can't take it seriously, really, too much. It's just fun to watch. It's entertaining. And Hobbs and Shaw did not expect to see.
I want to see that.
Did not expect for it to be good.
You know who would be a fantastic Madam Web? I'm sorry, I just thought of this.
Who?
Sigourney Weaver.
Oh hell yeah!
Yep. Yep. That'd be cool.
She would nail it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That'd be a good
It
Batman.
got me thinking about kaiju movies. I'm like, I bet he just wanted to do a kaiju movie. Which, have you ever seen Cabin in the Woods? Either of you?
Yes.
Yes.
The only reason she agreed to do that movie was because of the werewolf.
What?
Yeah, in the special features, she said like she wasn't really interested, but she said if you could put a werewolf in the movie, I'll do it. 'Cause she'd always wanted to do a movie with a werewolf in it.
That's awesome.
So they put that in there specifically for Sigourney Weaver.
That's crazy. Dude, I love that movie. That's one of my favorite horror movies.
Rampage.
People don't.
Oh, go ahead.
People really don't like it, but I think if you don't like it, you don't really understand horror. Like it's supposed to be like over the top satire,
Yeah.
very tongue in cheek.
If you don't like
it's
that,
incredible.
if you don't like it, then you probably don't like Evil Dead.
If you don't like Cabin in the Woods, then fuck you.
I didn't like the new Evil Dead movie. I liked the original one.
Never saw the new one.
I thought it was I thought it was gore for the sake of gore. Okay,
It was just weird.
I was not a fan at all. I wasn't. I fucking hated it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have to fucking. The original one was great. Like I love the original Evil Dead, but yeah, I thought the remake. I was like, oh, this is shit. I just didn't like it at all. No, Cabin in the Woods is cool. That is a very cool movie. The two guys in the control room, I can never think of their names.
Oh yeah.
One was the dad in
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers, and the other one is from
The
like
T-Rex.
West. Is it West Wing?
Let's see.
I can't think of his name, but he always plays kind of a weasel.
Oh, isn't that the guy from Billy Madison?
Yeah.
Let's see. Bradley Whitford.
Bradley, yeah, he was in the West Wing. Yep, Bradley Whitford.
Chief of Staff.
Yes.
He was Josh Lyman.
But yeah, that that those two guys were fucking hilarious together.
Richard Jenkins is the guy you're
Yes,
thinking of.
yes, Richard Jenkins. They
It'd
were
be funny if he turned into a T-Rex like in Step Brothers.
I need to watch that movie again. Where was I going with this? But no, the Cabin in the Woods was good. It was funny. It really was. And that's another one. Hemsworth was in that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's not a bad movie. Not a bad movie at all. But no, the new Evil Dead was.
Actually, if you, I was just looking at the cast. He's older than Emily Blunt. You said Emily Blunt's what, 37?
Yes.
So he's only 2 years older, but you know Hollywood, they can make him younger. He was in Cabin in the Woods. His name is Fran Kranz, and I think he'd be a great Johnny Storm.
Fran Kranz. Let's see.
Well, I mean, this photo's from 2009,
Oh.
so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll Google him and see if I can find anyone.
Okay. But that would, you see, like I didn't dislike the old Fantastic Four, and was it Fantastic Four, and then you had Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. I thought those were good. They were fun. Those were good movies. I thought Michael Chiklis was good as Ben Grimm. But the new one, like I said, Miles Teller, the Josh Trank, Fan Four Stick. Yeah. God, fucking, that movie was bad. Like Miles Teller sucked as Reed Richards. Like, I don't like Miles Teller to begin with. I definitely did not like him in this. I didn't mind Michael B. Jordan as Human Torch. I really didn't. I thought he was pretty good. And what was the other one? The guy that played Doctor Doom. And the origin story for Doctor Doom in that movie was ridiculously stupid.
What was the origin story?
He gets zapped into. They go into the parallel dimension. All right. And he gets attached to this planet that they land on, and he spends like 10 years there, just absorbing all this energy until he's like ultra powerful. And they go and they go on they finally fix the machine to where they can go back there, and they find him and bring him back, and he's just like this all powerful like killing machine. But they end the movie so abruptly. Like the final battle with him ends so anticlimactically. It's like, did that really just happen after all that bullshit? You know, there was some things in the movie that were good. Like I said, I actually was like, one of the bright spots I thought was Jordan as the Human Torch. But yeah, it wasn't a great movie at all. It was just kind of muddled and just a fucking hot mess. Okay, Sal. Yeah, I see the picture you sent me. I could see that.
Yeah, that's that's the newest photo I could find. But shave him, clean up his hair a little bit.
Yep,
So
that'd work. That would I could see that. There's so it's like you don't. It's like well everybody's I wouldn't cast him. Well, who would you cast? And it's like then you have to really think unless you have somebody on top of your head, And then it's like you don't really want to just go with, some really well-known actor for that because you'd like to have somebody come in and make the role their own for to set up for like multiple appearances,
right.
But
And that's that's the trouble when you have like a big name actor. Because especially if it's one that you know very well, because otherwise like it's hard to separate them from like that's like I'm trying to think of a good one. But I guess I'll just do the other side of the coin. Like when you see like Thor for the first time, it's like you don't know who Chris Hemsworth even is.
Yep.
So it's like he's just Thor to you. He's not anyone else. Kind of like how Natalie Portman was in it. And you're like, oh yeah, it's just Natalie Portman.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep.
Who would you guys cast as Carnage if you had to take Woody Harrelson out of it? Because I always thought he was too big of a name to be cast as Carnage.
Yeah, he was too big of a name and too old.
Yeah.
No offense to Woody Harrelson or anything, but it's kind of like, come on, Woody Harrelson. Like, if it was Natural Born Killers Woody Harrelson, then yeah.
Yep.
But he's about 20 years removed for that.
Yeah. Let's see. It's Carnage. What about?
You know who I would cast, but he's already been in a very prominent Marvel role, as Tom Hiddleston.
He would have been really good at that. Mm-hmm. He almost got the role of Thor.
I know. Yeah, that's what he auditioned
for. Yep, that was his initial audition. So
that's so weird.
I know.
Can you imagine like a huge, like swole Tom Hiddleston?
He was cut the hell up when he auditioned for Thor. Like he was cut. Like he was nowhere near as big as Chris Hemsworth, but I mean he was cut. I watched Tom Hiddleston. What was that? Was the night manager? I think it was on AMC. Really good show actually, but yeah. I'm trying to think. Who else would be a good?
Good Carnage.
Good Carnage, yeah. Cletus Cassidy.
Yeah, because that's you don't have to worry about Carnage. You got to think about Cletus Cassidy because it's going to be CGI for Carnage.
Yeah. Shit, man. It's too bad it's not. He's not younger, like you said about Woody Harrelson. But I think Donnell Legue would be really good as Cletus Cassidy. Man, think about him as the side character in Blade.
Yeah. Next
to Steven Dorff. I think, and if you've ever seen the movie The Tao of Steve with him, it was good. He's a good actor. I liked him, and obviously, what the hell is that show? Grounded for Life, I think he was in, which was really funny. But he's, I think he would have been good as Cletus Cassidy in his prime.
This is probably a dark horse, but John Leguizamo.
Ooh.
I mean, he'd have to go like the whole Richard Ramirez route, but
yeah,
I'm not sure I'd buy him being named Cletus, but
that's the thing with him.
Yeah, because he did the voice. He was the voice of the clown in Spawn.
Yep. Yes, he was. God, I haven't seen that, and so that was that Michael Jai White? I haven't seen that,
and he also provided the voice in. I think he was the voice in the cartoon as well.
Okay.
I always thought
to Keith David.
Keith David.
Yep.
Yeah, he did the voice for Spawn in the cartoon.
Oh, okay. I always thought the guy that played the Joker in the Gotham show, he's the Star Wars video game guy.
Never watched it. I saw one episode of Gotham and I tuned out.
I watched like the first and part of the second season and was like, this is a mess.
You know the new Star Wars game that you like a lot, Sal?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cal Kestis, I think that's his name. Yeah, him. Like that actor. I think he could be a good Cletus Cassidy.
Yeah, he could. I remember not to go in that segue, but I just remember all the people reading because it was a quote basic redhead white guy or some shit when they cast him.
Yeah.
They're like some basic white dude. It's like, all right. Did you look at the rest of the cast? No.
Okay, so if we're going that, what about what's the guy's name that played Hux?
Oh,
Paul
I don't-
Gleason.
yeah.
Yeah, what
He was really good in Revenant.
Revenant.
He's
Yeah,
in
with
that.
yeah.
Oh, Revenant. Who is
Yeah, I mean he has a beard, so you probably won't recognize him, but he was really good in that. With Leo, thinking when he gets mauled by a bear.
Oh God, I couldn't. I wanted to sleep through that movie. I couldn't. I tried. I was like, I'm gonna sit down. We're gonna watch this movie. And me and the wife both watched. And she was even like, and she's a huge DiCaprio fan. She goes, that was really boring. I'm like, because like basically like you had the end of the movie and the beginning that were like, in the middle was just like it just drugged me. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, I can't. And I like the act, I like Hardy and I like DiCaprio, but it was just like, oh man, I really had to work to get through that. It wasn't as bad as Parasite. I didn't watch it 4 times, but yeah, I thought, I didn't even know he was in that, but I think he would have been all right as in that, as Cletus, maybe, but. That's enough about that. Why don't we talk about some toys or something? Sal, what do you got?
Oh, toys. Well, I received some bad news today about toys. Well, bad news for me anyway. So they recently announced a whole mess ton of Motu Origins figures for like the fall and next year and all that. And unbeknownst to me, they went up for pre-order already, and the pre-order sold out. So
Ugh.
I'll be hunting the aisles, I suppose, which is just as fine. That's how I found all the ones I have. So, but I guess I don't know. I keep hearing that they announced Scareglow, but I haven't seen anything about that. Like all the official announcements I've seen, like haven't mentioned Scareglow at all. But 2 people I know have said that they got their pre-order for him. So, and for whatever reason, he's like a super popular character. So, expect him to be going for $200 on eBay.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I just found the laser cannon for the top of my Castle Grayskull, along with my original Jabba's palace.
Nice.
Which it's incomplete, but I have all the parts. I just have to put it back together. So I have 2 Jabba's palaces now. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Nice.
And I found Ram Man too.
Hell yeah.
And a shitload of accessories for G.I. Joe, Star Wars, and He-Man, including all of Trapjaw's 3 arm accessories: the hook, the laser cannon, and there is what else is there? There's a hook, a laser cannon, and something else. But I have them now too. So I was extremely ecstatic. Walking up.
Yeah, it's a clamp, like a claw thing.
Yeah, yep. That's what it was. Walking up the stairs at the back staircase at my mom's house, and there's just like boxes on boxes. And I looked down and I saw like a Tigger and Pooh, like bathtub toy, and I kind of picked it up, and a piece of like plastic bag like was attached when it moved, and I looked and I was like, "There's Jabba's playset." And I start digging in the box, like there's Ram Man. So I know Jitsu is there somewhere.
Hell yeah.
I've told you before, I was missing Jitsu and Ram Man. And I'm like, I found Ram Man. Even have his little, he's got like a meat cleaver. That was his weapon. Found that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Jitsu's here. I've got his armor. I just need to find him. So when I find Jitsu, he'll be used in the bitch slap the like button segment.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to kind of sidetrack everything there.
No, it's all good. But there's not really a whole lot to talk about with toys. I mean, there's announcements every other fucking day, and it's hard to keep up. But Hasbro announced a Venom wave that's coming out soon-ish. So that wave includes, was it a fucking Ghost Spider or something like that? It's basically Spider-Gwen when she gets the venom on her.
Okay.
Sorry, my brain's short-circuiting. Then there's Venomized Miles Morales, Morbius, but it's his 90s look, so he looks like he shot the Hot Topic. There's Carnage and movie Venom from the movie Venom that came out. So they got the rights to do that, so that's cool.
I'll be picking. I'll pick that one up for sure.
Yeah, so that's 5, and then some other symbiote or symbiote, I don't know how you fucking say it, that I'm not familiar with, called like Phasm or Phasm or something. It looks like Wolverine because it just kind of looks like that to me. I don't know, but the Build-A-Figure is Venom Pool. So if Deadpool got the Venom symbiote on him,
Huh.
so it's kind of a weak wave, really. Like the Build-A-Figure looks cool. I basically just want Venom, Carnage, and Venom Pool, but you gotta buy the whole wave to put them together.
Do you think that's the Morbius? Do you think that's the look for the new movie?
Probably, given that it's Jared Leto, probably.
Oh, I couldn't tell if that was Jared Leto or not specifically.
Well, he's the one that got cast for it, I think.
No, I mean like the figure.
Oh, no. The figure is based on his comic book adaptation,
Okay.
but that's probably the look that they'll go with for the movie. Which, have we heard anything about that movie
No.
in terms of like development?
No. Shockingly, I haven't. Because I usually check like Murphy's Multiverse and all them. I haven't seen anything about that.
Wasn't there a trailer for it?
Yeah, dude, we got the trailer now. Yeah, it was. Was that supposed to be released already? That was supposed to be released in like, was it July?
I don't remember.
Let me look real quick while we're talking about it. I'm fairly certain that was supposed to be released already.
I remember there being a trailer because you see the Vulture in it.
Yeah. Yep. They show Keaton. Okay, so Morbius is scheduled to be released on March 19th, 2021.
Okay, so it got pushed back.
Yep. Wait. What is this? Okay, March 19th. It was previously set for release by Sony on July 10th, 2020, before moving 3 weeks later to July 31st. The film was then delayed to March 2021 due to the bullshit pandemic. So
you would think that they'd at least like release another trailer to kind of keep the appetites wet. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So maybe it'll be the New Mutants for Sony,
Oh God.
which supposedly is coming out in 10 days. But we'll see.
Is it supposed to be on Disney Plus?
I have no idea.
Okay. It probably will be either that or VOD. Now we got the Carnage. Remember that's coming out. Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage, June 25th of 2021. I like you said about that line of figures for the Marvel. I want Venom and Carnage. That's basically it right there. They should have made a fucking Riot figure too from the Venom movie. He was a badass.
Yeah, that's who the Build-A-Figure should have been.
Yeah. I don't know why they didn't use him.
Oh, who knows?
There's like
You see, on my planet, I'm much like you, a wimp.
there's like
Or no, he says a loser.
a
that's what
loser.
it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's like a million fucking symbiotes though, and actually they're talking about bringing them into the MCU in Thor 4
Oh Lord.
because it's going to be like a brief segment where they either reference the planet or they have something to do with one of the symbiotes, and they're going to say the name of the planet or I don't know, but it's going to be a real brief kind of thing. But it's going to kind of
like how the Baxter building was supposed to show up in Avengers.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was actually no. It was supposed to be in Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Oh. Okay.
They were rumored. The post-credit scene was Norman Osborn revealing like that he bought the fucking Stark Tower.
Avengers Tower.
Yep,
Yeah.
Avengers Tower, and that was set to be David Morrissey. I think that would have been a much better post-credit scene than the J. Jonah Jameson one.
You take that back.
No, God damn it! I want my Sinister Six. It's killing me. It's killing me.
I think David Morrissey would be good, but I think Bryan Cranston would be even better.
I'm not going to disagree with you on that. I just like David Morrissey because he was one of my favorite villains on The Walking Dead as the governor, and he played evil so well. So it's like I could see him doing like the Norman Osborn gimmick. Now I don't know. They did the Easter eggs for Fantastic Four and Far From Home too. So that, and you had the the Zendaya thing, and that's kind of another thing I was kind of shocked. I'm like, weren't they gonna use Zendaya as a spider's woman at some point? They were talking about that, so I don't know, you know.
I think she'll probably get killed off in the third one, honestly.
Yeah, was it Homesick or whatever?
Hmm.
God, I can't believe that's the title.
I know.
Yeah, which means he's probably not in New York and on the run. That's my guess. Which, I mean, really, if they wanted to, it'd be a great time for him to go to California and meet Eddie Brock.
Yep.
Just saying.
Yep.
But,
Uh,
I think I don't think there's any feasible way for them to actually put that Venom into the MCU, because there's no way that event would occur and not be a blip on the Avengers radar.
Yeah. Well,
So.
did that happen pre or post Snap? It was pre-Snap.
Could be.
So, but I mean, if it was post Snap, everything would have been a mess anyway.
Mhm.
But I think that was obviously pre, the fucking Snap or the blip or whatever they fucking call it now.
Mhm.
What I hope for the Homesick movie, I hope they have some sort of Avenger in there or multiple Avengers. I think the Avengers bring out the best in the new Spider-Man. You get him in his
That's
own
'cause
movie, and it's just awkward and it's weird.
It's because he can't stand on his own.
Yeah, and it's sad. But
It is
if you
sad.
throw-
Oh, go ahead, Cody.
I was about to say, if you throw in like Winter Soldier and Falcon, or you put in, well, can't because she's dead. I don't know. Not like even Happy. Like you can't even like really help the Spider-Man movies.
No, because Happy's just John Favreau.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but you throw in some cool Avengers guys in there, and it's going to make them actually have to man up.
Yep. In
But he's
Spider-Man,
been to space.
Spider-Man not being able to stand on his own is horrible because he's one of the most recognizable characters in the world.
But what's sad is that everybody thinks he can stand on his own because they're like, it's the greatest. And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. This. I'm sorry, these new Spider-Man movies don't really do it for me. I it's nothing against. I like Tom Holland. I do. He's a good kid, and he's good. He's not great, but he's good. He's no Tobey Maguire. Let's be honest. Which Tobey will always be my Spider-Man. That's it. He's Peter Parker. He is Peter Parker. But I don't know. I just how do we get off on this topic again? I don't know, man. There's so much that goes into this. The Marvel like whole MCU is basically dumped on its head. You're talking about putting Avengers in. I thought they were going to introduce Jennifer Walters in Spider-Man 3 as his lawyer, either her or Matt Murdock.
That's what they're saying. They're contemplating bringing back Charlie Cox to play Matt Murdock as his lawyer.
Please do.
Yeah, him and oh god, I brain farted on his fucking name. The Punisher.
Oh, John Bernthal.
Yeah, I kept wanting to call him Shane.
Yeah, he is Shane.
Those two are the only two. Like, if they just axe the entire MCU TV part of Netflix, just keep those two.
Yep.
I can do like the first half of the first season of Luke Cage was fucking fantastic, and then you know what? Fuck it. I'm not. Spoiler alert! If you're listening, it's been out for like 4 years, 5 years. You should have seen it by now. Once they killed off Cottonmouth halfway through, I lost interest in that show.
In Luke Cage.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't Cottonmouth? Wasn't that
You can say it.
Mahershala Ali?
Yeah. I'm glad you got excited and remembered.
Yep. Yeah, it was Mahershala.
Yeah, and he was outstanding. He was like that. He was his fuck words are hard. His dynamic with Luke Cage was awesome, and then they fucking kill him off like halfway through, and I'm like, I'm done here.
I read a good run of Luke Cage comics from the 80s, man, when he crossed over with the Punisher. Nice little run there. It was, yeah, they were good books. I never watched the show. I've seen the first season of Punisher. I've haven't watched it in a while. I'm watching the first season of Daredevil. I'm in like episode 10 or 11, I think.
Yeah, you needed to watch Daredevil first and then Punisher.
See, I watched Punisher a couple of years ago, so I don't remember. I'll rewatch it. I don't remember it, but
Yeah, because it's the second season of Daredevil's where he gets introduced.
Okay, I really like Charlie Cox, and
Mm-hmm.
the guy that plays Foggy Nelson is good. The female
From Mighty Ducks.
Oh my God, he was in Mighty Ducks. Holy shit!
Yeah, that's where I knew him from.
Oh wow, that's crazy. And the girl they have that she was like one of their clients, but she goes to work in the office with them.
Which she said that ruined her career.
Daredevil? Why?
Because she was afraid that she couldn't find work after that. She was afraid because they typecast her or some shit like that, or that she was too recognizable as that character that she can't find work now.
I can't even. I don't even know her name. So.
Yeah, I don't either.
Honey, don't sheer fucking hubris. Don't get too full of yourself there. I mean, you're not.
Yeah.
You know, you're like a 6 in Hollywood. I don't know. Like.
And Vincent D'Onofrio was a really great Kingpin to the point where in season 1 I was rooting for Kingpin.
I'm at, like I said, episode 10 right now, and I have a hard time rooting against him.
Yeah, I'm like, he's just trying to help.
Yeah, he's so commanding. It's like, dude, I don't care, Kevin Feige. You can sit there and think you're a genius all day, but you're not going to cast that role. The only way, and I will say this, the only way that they could cast Kingpin in the MCU and make it, I won't say better, but maybe equal to, would be Liev Schreiber.
Yeah,
from
I love Liev Schreiber
because he played that in Spider-Verse, and I could see him doing that in live action. He could.
I mean, he basically did. If you watch Ray Donovan.
See, I've never seen Ray Donovan. I don't get. It's on
nice.
Showtime. I think I don't get any movie channels.
Well, I have it on good authority that if you were to get yourself into a boat and sail some high seas, that you'd be able to find it.
Well, excellent. I will look for that because I've heard really good things about that show.
It's very fucking good.
Okay.
So he plays a fixer, basically.
All right,
so
all right.
whenever they have a problem that needs to go away, that's who they call.
Okay.
So, and I don't care what anyone says, he was the best Sabretooth.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
All due respect of what's his nuts that played him in the first X-Men movie, but Liev Schreiber, perfect.
I can't even remember who played him in the first movie now.
Some wrestler.
Oh yeah, it's irrelevant then. Yeah, because Schreiber is an actual actor. He's good. He's good. Like I said, those movies, a lot of those were cast so well. It's like I don't want to see what Marvel's going to do to him. I really don't. For all the things that Fox did wrong, when they did it right, they did it right. There's no excuse for the Deadpool in was it Wolverine X-Men Origins? There's no excuse for that though.
Nah. And the worst thing is that they thought they were, quote, paying tribute to the character.
Yeah.
And they're like, we took away his mouth. Get it? Because he's the merc with a mouth. Yeah, we fucking got it.
No
Thanks.
sense.
That was wasn't who the hell was who's call? I can't remember the guy's name. But it's the one son of a.
Oh, is this the Fallon you were
Yeah.
talking about?
Hey, Fallon, how you doing, girl? If you're not subscribed to Fallon Reacts, go over and subscribe to her. She's great. She knows her comics inside and out. He was the best Sabretooth. See, she's giving she's talking about that right there. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, these damn
real quick, what they should have done with that movie is that 10-minute intro of them going through the different wars through time. They should have taken that and stretched that into 2 hours.
That would have been the coolest movie.
Oh shit, yeah.
That would have been much better. Because at least in that movie, and I think in maybe Wolverine's lore is so fucking batshit fucking crazy now like he got killed by a sword that had his soul in it, and that's how they. I don't know. It's too much for me to keep straight, especially currently in my current state of mind.
Yeah.
But like that really would have hammered home the fact that they're supposed to be brothers.
Mm.
You know what I mean? By blood or not, but that should have been the 2-hour movie. Was just that whole montage.
Yeah, the best part of the movie was the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole setup for that. It was done so well, dude. Those the scenes, man, it was solid.
It didn't help that the majority of that was in the trailer, so you thought that's what the movie was going to be.
Surprise.
And then having Will I Am as what was his Spectre?
Yeah.
I think, or Wraith.
I was just gonna
that
say
was his name.
Will I Am was in that bitch too.
Yeah.
Did you just call me Blob?
Who was oh god, who was wasn't it
That would be a good guy for Doctor Doom.
who's that?
The guy that played I think his name was Reese in Lost.
Reese and Lost.
He was on the boat.
Oh.
And he played the Blob in Origins.
Oh god damn, yeah, he was one of the mercenaries that was going after Ben in Lost. Yep, he's the one that shot his daughter Alex in the head.
Yep.
Yes.
He looks very Eastern European.
Yes.
So, and he got jacked for the beginning of that Wolverine movie. So,
Yeah.
I think he'd be a good Victor Von Doom.
Yep. That's
I just want to see a Doctor Doom like main villain of the MCU. Like that'd be really cool.
I like in the old Spider-Man cartoons because Spider-Man goes at it with Doctor Doom all the time. In those, like
They all do.
yeah, and it's like I want to see it done right this time, please. Can we get that? I mean,
I'd like to see him. I'd like to see them make Doctor Doom and not kill him in the first movie.
yeah, like Fan Four Stick. It's like he's the big baddie. He's the big baddie, and then all of a sudden they're having this fucking he just like slaughters an entire fucking base, and they go back to the fucking alternate dimension, and next thing you know he's just dead. It's like, hey guys, I got an idea how to beat him, and it's like one move and boom, dead. It's like what the
I like how they did it in the what was that 2001 2002 Fantastic Four movie, or was it 2004?
It was
Either way,
04, I think.
Or
I like the way that because they didn't kill him, they just kind of melted him to the ground.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's how you do it. Like if you want to beat the guy, save him for later. That's why Loki was such a great fucking villain, because they didn't kill him in the first movie.
Yes.
They did a tricked ya kind of moment, but
Yep.
you know.
And that's what they're doing with the show. Like he's like kind of incarcerated by like was it the time variance authority, I think
Something
like that. Yeah. And they confirmed that Agents of Sword is going to be a deal now after Agents of Shield went off.
Oh,
They got a new-
that show was terrible.
They got a new Nick Fury too.
Yeah, I saw.
Yep. I was actually thinking about doing a video on that because I've cosplayed as Nick Fury. And I like me some Samuel Jackson, so I thought of it. And not the David Hasselhoff.
I was gonna say David Hasselhoff or no one.
Damn it, not the David Hasselhoff Nick Fury.
You know what? Bring back Dolph Lundgren. He could be the Punisher. That's what I'd love to see. Like, just bring back all the actors who played like these really kind of not so great versions of the characters and give them their own movie as a what if.
Yes. I still want my Michael Dudikoff Spider-Man movie.
Hell yeah.
Bring Canon Films back, man.
Hell yeah. Now, here's something you'd like, Pete. I'm gonna let you cast this, right?
All right.
Fantastic Four, right? The Marvel's first family, but you have to use the main four characters from Seinfeld.
Oh shit! Jerry's Reed Richards, George is the Thing, Kramer's the Human Torch, and Elaine is the fucking she's Sue Storm.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, Elaine really doesn't have much of an option, I guess.
I could gender swap the Thing and make Elaine the Thing.
See, I could see Kramer as being. Did you say Kramer was Human Torch?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see him as being the Thing.
He would be a good Thing. I just went with the Thing because George is so just like short and portly. It just like makes sense. It makes sense for him to be the Thing.
Just watch him like slide into Jerry's apartment, fucking tearing up the floor. That's the Thing.
He goes to knock on the door and just blows it across the room.
Mm-hmm. You see fucking George, I was in the pool, and he just catches on fire.
Him fighting. He wouldn't have to wear the puffy coat.
Newman would be Doctor Doom.
Newman is Doctor Doom. Holy shit. Let's see who would. I'm trying to think who would. The soup Nazi would be. The soup Nazi could be Thanos.
Hell yeah.
Wait, Fallon reacts as a new Nick Fury. Is it a woman? No, it was Alfonso. They kind of set him up as basically like the new. He's the black trench coat and all that in the spoiler alert, the series finale of Agents of Shield. The
thing I don't get is that Nick Fury's still alive.
Yeah.
So, like,
he's not named Nick Fury, but he's like. Kind of like if you went to the dollar store and you're like, "Hey, Mom, can I get Nick Fury?" This is what you come home with.
No, we have Nick Fury at home.
Yeah, we have Nick Fury at home. My favorite meme with that was the Tiger King meme where it's like, "Mom, can we have Batista?" No, we have Batista at home. It's that toothless guy.
Yeah.
Joe Exotic's one fucking husband.
Yeah.
The one that was so he was so gay he knocked up one of the girls that worked there. And then as soon as Joe and him split up, he was married to her and they had a kid, you know. But yeah.
That damn show.
Yeah. The flash in the pan.
That show hit at the right time in the world.
That was the beginning of quarantine.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
If you were to take the cast of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and cast them as the Avengers, how would you do it?
As the Avengers, all right. Let's see. I think Mac would be the Hulk.
Cultivating math.
Charlie would be probably. Oh God. Are we doing MCU Avengers or are we doing comic Avengers?
Let's do MCU.
Okay. Let's see. Sweet D would. I mean, she'd have to be Black Widow. I mean, there's really.
She could be.
I'm going with like first iteration.
I'd say she could be Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. Because if we're doing like current Avengers, there's like fucking 80 of them.
Yeah.
But I'm going with like first Avengers. I think Charlie would have to be Hawkeye probably.
Power of the Crow.
He'd either be Hawkeye or oh God, I feel like Dennis would be too vain to be anyone but Captain America. Like he'd refuse to be anyone but that.
Exactly.
Or maybe Thor, because Thor has all the muscles and the better looks of the two. God, but fucking Frank. Who would Frank be?
Nick Fury.
He's Wolverine.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's Wolverine.
Yeah, he's Wolverine.
No, what about the McPoyles?
Oh God, the McPoyles. I don't know.
That's such a weird family. Like,
I know that's I can't remember the actor's name, but he plays the main McPoyle, the blonde-haired one.
Yeah.
He was in Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter and all that.
I've never seen that. I need to.
Yeah, he's actually a really good actor. I just can't think of his fucking name.
Huh.
there's such a weird like it's such a weird group of actors, and
Mm-hmm. You think I'm bluffing? Ryan, stab somebody. Yeah, give me the milk. Ah.
all right, take off your clothes, and they're like wearing robes.
Mm-hmm.
Turn the AC or turn the heat up in this place. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They're just sweating, drinking milk and shit.
I just love my favorite part of that whole episode is when the one McPoyle was holding the other one and Frank comes by with a 2x4 and starts pushing him down. Oh God!
He does.
He falls like what is it, like 10 feet, something like that.
Yeah. It's like, I'm slipping. No. Oh, you okay? Yeah. My heel hurts, but I'm okay. Frank does the whole Die Hard thing and tapes the gun to his back. That shit, man.
If by now you hear bad time when heat comes, or some shit like that. Oh,
Charlie's
God.
so illiterate. Pete, do you watch that show?
I have not watched It's Always Sunny since the first season.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
God, you need to watch it.
I got yelled at by a couple friends of mine because I don't watch it. I'm like I haven't. I used to really like it, and then I just kind of fell out of it. I watched what's Caitlin Olsen is her name that plays D on there.
Yeah.
The Mick or whatever, her show on Fox.
Mhm.
When that was on for like 2 seconds, I watched that.
Yeah, she's married to Mac.
Is she really?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they got a kid. They got a dumpster baby.
So they've been married for some time.
Holy shit.
Just like Charlie's actually married to the waitress in real life. But yeah, I'm gonna make this statement, but I don't want you to take it like verbatim as like 100%. I've said that Always Sunny is this generation's Seinfeld.
Mm-hmm.
So because it's very much four people, and it's not a show about nothing necessarily, but each episode's like a little bit different. And it's about random shit and the shenanigans they get into. So it's not Seinfeld, like the humor is different,
Yeah.
but it's the same. It's a very, very similar concept.
They always have like run-ins with the same people, and they piss everybody off, and like they think they're normal and they're just whatever. But everybody outside the little group, like society, sees them as like the biggest pieces of shit in the world, which
So it's
they
kind
are.
of like Family and Shameless.
Yeah.
Because like my wife, I don't watch Shameless either. My wife watches that. I don't watch it. But that's I kind of from what I've seen of it, the few little bits and pieces I've picked up, it's like that's what it kind of reminds me of. I think at the same time, It's Always Sunny says. See, I was always like a huge fan of Trailer Park Boys,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to watch that fucking religiously up until season 7. After that, I quit watching it because it became like it was like once it hit, it was like overproduced and it just didn't. It wasn't the same to me. I was like, I'm not watching this anymore. Like, it's like it was great when it was like gritty and kind of grainy, and it was like you could tell it was shot with like lower end stuff. It was just more fun.
Like a Logitech video camera from Walmart.
Yes, dude, it was way more fun to watch, And then it got bigger, and it was like I said, it hit Netflix. I'm like, I'm done. I'm out. After season 7, I was like, I consider myself like an OG Trailer Park Boys fan. I'm just like, nope, I'm done.
I couldn't get into it.
It's not for everybody. It's like Seinfeld. Not everybody's gonna like it. And that's I understood that because I tried to show it to a couple of my other friends, and they're like, "What the fuck? Like this isn't funny." I'm like, "Okay." Well, it's the same thing with. Have you ever heard that guy? What's that guy's name? Little Dicky or whatever his name is. He's like he's a rapper. I think his name's like Little Dicky. It's the guy's a comedian. And he raps, but seriously, that's his name. And my sister was like talking to me about how fucking funny he was and all this and that, and like building it up. And I go over to her house. We're sitting there doing some dabs, and we're fucking. She puts it on the big screen. I'm watching it. I'm just like, and I'm out of my gourd. I'm like, I'm lit, and I'm like, I'm not even laughing. I'll laugh at a fucking commercial, and I'm fried like that. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Well, no, this is the good part's coming up. I'm like, I've been waiting for the good part for fucking 5 minutes. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, this is not funny. And she's like got mad at me because I didn't think of shit was. I'm like, it's not fucking. Well, maybe you just need to watch this. I'm like, this is like I liken this to like food. It's like Sal, you and I have had this discussion about food.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. Well, you haven't tried mine. Well, motherfucker,
I know what I don't like.
I know. I'm a grown ass man. I know what I do not like. I don't care who fixes it. I don't care if my mama fixes it at this point. I'm not eating it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's just what it. And TV shows are like that. Like I said, man, like I've tried to get my wife into Seinfeld. The only time I can ever get her to watch Seinfeld is she'll watch because I watch the Festivus, the strike, the Festivus episode every year, and she'll watch that with me. That's the only one she'll ever watch.
I think things like Seinfeld and Trailer Park Boys, like a lot of them aren't really funny the first time you see them. They're funnier when you think about them later, or like you think about them out. Like I use this analogy just because it's a personal one to me. Like the first time I saw Nacho Libre, I hated it. I thought it was a stupid fucking movie. And then a friend of mine, he really liked it when he first saw it or whatever, but we saw it separate from each other. And we were grilling one day, and if you haven't seen the movie, then the quote won't make any sense. But we were outside grilling, and I put corn on the grill, and I tried to hand him an ear of corn. He went, "Get that corn out of my face!" And he slapped it on the ground, and I couldn't stop laughing. And it's because I knew what it was from, even though I didn't like the movie. I knew what it was from, and it was hilarious. So now, like, we decided to watch that movie together. So now it's funnier to me, like, when you use it in daily, like, your daily life context instead of being the movie itself. But now when I watch the movie, I laugh. So it's kind of like that. Like Seinfeld, I didn't like it when because I haven't seen all of it. I've seen probably like maybe 30 episodes of it, which isn't a lot in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
But it's like the ones I have seen, I was like, this isn't really that funny. But when I use it outside, like George's I was in the pool scene, it's hilarious to me.
Oh yeah. That's
So
you saw that meme I posted the other day with the George Costanza with the Prince song 7 and George going, this motherfucker spitting. I was like, I don't know, did you get that one or not?
no, I had to look that one up.
Okay, yeah, because George wanted to name his child 7 if he got pregnant, and friends of his and Susan, they got pregnant and they named their kid 7, and George was pissed. Yeah, that was just, I saw that, I was like, I forgot there was a Prince song named 7. To be honest with you, I was like, oh shit! I'm like, I gotta take a picture of this. This is a meme.
They were all Twix. It was a setup.
And you ruined it. You all screwed me again. Quick, give me a Twix. We're all out. Really?
We ate them all.
Yeah, we ate them all. How many Twix does that make for you today? Like 8 Twix? No. I love that. I remember in my day, candy bars used to cost a nickel. Dad, I told you, if you're going to sit here with me, you can't talk to the customers. Oh, man. That fucking, the dealership episode, that is, high five. High five, Jerry. I don't know, Putty. Isn't that kind of grease monkey? Told you we don't like to be called that. I fucking love that show. I love that show. So, what do you got, Cody? You got anything for us? I heard you got you have a UFO article?
Yep. Even better.
Got a screen share for me, bro?
I got a screen share for you.
Bam!
So, I got UFO sighting proof there is an alien base off of Florida. So it's a Florida story, and stop seeing that ad, Swan. It's all inappropriate. Whatever.
Yeah, that's not appropriate to the spirit of this podcast, Cody.
No, it's not.
That's spam.
Get that corn out of my face. All right.
Yeah. Go read some books.
All right. So we got UFO woman spots flying object in Florida's Volusia County. So Volusia County is not that far away from here. It's in Daytona. So right here, boom. Let's watch this. If you can see that.
I
I can analyze this when I get home.
Let's do full screen right here.
There we go.
Whatever that is looking for something.
God, she's so bad with the camera. She's not even looking at it.
I was gonna say, all I see is ocean,
Turn your fucking camera sideways.
landscape.
There you go.
What the hell is she filming?
Oh my God, it's flying so fast.
What the?
Go.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Did
boy.
you see
Where could
that?
it go? So I would look at the ground instead.
I couldn't see anything.
Gosh damn it. That was not cool. No, I don't want to see you load shit up in the car. Whatever. Anyways, I don't know. If you want to see it again, I don't know if you can even see it like that clearly. This video's been going around online, so if you want to go look at it yourself on your phone or something, you might be able to see it better. But I'll just pause it for now. But anyways, a family enjoying a day at the beach in Volusia County, Florida, were treated to an unexpected surprise when they spotted a disc-shaped object flying through the air in what they claimed to be a UFO. Stunned by the sighting, the person who spotted it quickly scrambled for their phone and began recording. The blurry video then shows the black object moving quickly over the horizon. Confused, the person submitted the video to UFO investigation network MUFON, stating, On vacation, went out on the balcony and noticed a black disc-shaped object from a far distance on the beach, just hovering one spot for about a minute or two. That's what caught my attention. It then started to move and I lost it. I grabbed my phone to record hovering, and then I thought I lost because the sun was shining so bright I could barely see or sit on the balcony. Then I noticed I found the object again. It seemed to be scanning the same spot. So I don't know what that would be. It's kind of weird, but I don't know. I guess it, from what I saw, it moved similarly to the video that the guy in the fighter jet took.
Hmm.
The thing was kind of scrambling around a little bit, and then it just took off. So, but yeah, if you guys or whoever's watching, there's a picture of it. But
Okay.
you guys want to go? God, I don't even shop at these.
What is that? A UFO for ants?
But this is where it was at. So basically, Daytona Beach or New Smyrna, wherever.
Gotcha.
So, what do you guys think? Do you think videos like these are like kind of bullshit, or
I think her filming was as convincing as the leprechaun in the hood fucking down in
God,
Alabama.
it was so bad, wasn't it?
Mhm.
I mean, the leprechaun one was way more over the top. Like, but I mean, seriously, if anybody's seen a leprechaun, say yeah. No, but I mean, this she wasn't good with the camera. Did she see something? I don't know. I think she might have thought she seen something, but what she thought she saw, I think she did not see. If that makes sense. But no, man. I don't know. I don't think UFO sightings are bullshit. I think some of them are. I think people see things that they want to see. It's their mind kind of doing those sort of mental gymnastics to, convince themselves of what they've seen. But no, I don't. This one to me didn't really, like I said, I'll watch it on my own so I can kind of take a look at it and let you know what I think. But like I said, I mean, there's some of these, you see these light patterns moving around, and the official explanations you get for them are kind of, it's like, really, are you trying to spit up my ass and tell me it's raining? But there's like we've had this discussion. I think I talked about this on the Unknown Regions. I don't know, with Tony Tone Deaf. Everything's kind of running together at this point for me, with all these streams. But it's foolish and narrow-minded to believe that we are the only intelligent life in this galaxy.
Correct.
With that being said, if another form of life wanted to visit us, the lengths that they would have to go to get here would prove how vastly superior their technology is to ours, and it would be the equivalent of them stepping on ants.
Mm-hmm.
It would be. So
I've said before, if the amount of technological advances and the like to get here,
yes,
like we'd have nothing to offer them but free manual labor, if you catch my drift.
Yep. It would be like Independence Day. Like, basically, they would just come in and just be like, okay, they're Negan. We're taking half your shit, and then we're taking half of that shit. It would basically be like the saviors. You're just going to fucking work for us.
Mm-hmm.
But what are the aliens from The Simpsons? Kronos and, the two aliens. It's always, that's basically how I see it. Like, they're just sitting back kind of laughing at us like, you fools.
What is the planet for ants?
Yeah. Like, really, like, you weak, what are these, spongy, soft creatures? I don't know. But I think, I mean, is like
Kang
I said,
and Kodos.
What's that?
Kang and Kodos.
Kang and Kodos. Kang should be easy to remember because it's Owen Wilson now. Wow.
We need to get that sound. We need to get that clip to play.
I do. It's so difficult to find like a good one of him just saying like, I want a good like extended one, but I'm gonna make a little mix gif of Owen Wilson. Wows.
You should get the video of the pastor, the Southern Baptist pastor, and he's just like, wow,
Why?
I've got it. I just haven't finalized a gif for it. By the next time I have a show, because I've used that in my videos since me and Sal put it in the dump truck one. So I've used it a couple times. The why, I love it. But yeah, I could dub Owen Wilson wows over the why pastor. That'd be kind of. But anyway, no, man, I think there's something else out there. Absolutely. And what's to say that there's not something under the ocean floor? I mean, let's be honest. The Earth is 75% water, and we've only ventured not so far into the bottom of the ocean. Watching Shark Week, they're talking about these openings and like the plates and all that, and how far down these things go. It's like, okay, so what kind of shit is living down there that's been down there for millions of years? That's kind of slowly evolved.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like a megalodon type situation, but I mean, there's gotta be life down there that's just older than old, that makes sea turtles look like babies, those ones that are like 100 years old, kind of like the ones I saw banging at the zoo.
Yeah, they're probably the fucking goldfish that Betty White was feeding when she first got here.
when God said, "Let there be light," Betty White hit the switch.
Yeah. Who was that? Oh, it's Betty. She was here when I got here.
Yeah, yeah, Betty. Yeah, man, I created a universe from a cloud of dust, and shit, Betty White was already sitting there drinking a Mai Tai from St. Olaf's.
Hell yeah.
Good old St. Olaf's.
me and my pops were talking, and like we had the theory that like aliens are actually like humans from here, just from the future, and they somehow figured out the way to time travel, either by using black holes or by some more other way, and they have to come here and kind of watch over the Earth from doing something that messed up like the future, basically, kind of to keep an eye on us.
That's the thing about time travel. If it's ever possible, that means it's always possible.
Yep.
So if at any point in the timeline that time travel becomes possible, it's always possible.
Yeah.
So that's what we were saying. Like, we probably did something to ourselves really bad, and now we're just like, all right, we have to go back and like fix it.
We have to go back.
That's all I can think of is Matthew Fox. We have to go back, Kate. All bearded.
The one time she fucking listened.
Kate never. She just couldn't fucking like. God damn you, Evangeline Lilly. Like I love you. I love you. Like in that. But damn, girl. Like Kate Freckles. Let me talk to you for a second. You fucked up everything. You just. And I don't mean to say this to be negative towards women, but god damn it, you just couldn't listen. Like, you burned the fucking pot roast, Kate. You burned the fucking pot roast. All right. No, and then she constantly just played Jack and Sawyer off each other too. That was the problem. Is like that made more fucking trouble than fucking anything, was her just being shady with Sawyer, and Sawyer was finally happy with Juliet. Kate got mad because he wasn't simping for her anymore, and she fucked that up.
I was watching some show with my dad, and it was, of course, an alien show, and I think it was more of like a recent episode of, I don't know, whatever show it was, and they were talking about some sort of like recordings or something like that, or it was some information some guy got from touching a spaceship or something, I guess, or I don't know what it was, but
isn't that how Brie Larson got her powers?
Yes. Yep. Touch a spaceship and then boom, you're the face of the MCU. Unfortunately,
I thought it was her sucking Kevin Feige's dick, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, she probably Weinstein. But anyways, I guess the guy, he got this information somehow. He started writing in what was it? Not Morse code. Is it Morse code or the ones and zeros, or is it...
That's binary code.
Binary, okay. But he started writing in binary, and everything translated out to like these different messages that were really, really weird. And then the year 8100 and something came up.
Hell yeah.
So I guess we last until the year 8000 and something.
That sounds about right.
So,
we had a good run.
Yeah.
Well, we last at least until like then. So I mean, according to all that, which is just kind of nuts.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Time travel, maybe. Aliens, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. I think I mentioned this once before on stream with you guys. I think the last time we talked about aliens, but I had a dream once, And this, I have absolutely nothing to found this in reality whatsoever, other than the fact I just had a dream about it, and I thought it was a cool concept. Is that humans didn't occur naturally on Earth, and that we actually started out as a penal colony for an alien race, that we were put here because we couldn't act the right way, and that's why humans are inherently violent and destructive. Because we're the genetic fuck ups of that alien race, and that's where they just kind of sent us, and we started breeding,
So we're the mistakes.
basically.
Nice.
So that was kind of, I just had a whole dream about it. So yeah, it was a cool concept. But
Yeah.
So we're the reason why mommy and daddy got divorced.
yeah,
God damn it.
they love each other very much, but you know, it's our fault.
It's a fucking.
I mean, that is a cool concept, though, just to think about that. Like, it's not the Scientology way of dumping life on the Earth in the volcanoes,
Mhm.
but
Oh God. I love the Scientology fucking explanation for everything. They're so, as religions go, not to get too deep down that rabbit hole here, but holy shit. Holy shit. Scientology, you pretty much get the fucking gold medal for just batshit crazy fucking religion stuff, man. Like, I mean, you're like a biscuit away from like live sacrifices, you know?
Mhm.
I mean, thetan levels and the whole aliens and the fun. Would they have like big funnels to funnel to keep the souls? Or I don't know. Is a soul catcher or some shit? I mean, this stuff. I would say science fiction couldn't make this stuff up, but a science fiction writer did make this stuff up, and he was kind of a pedophile too, wasn't he? What's that little shit? L. Ron Hubbard, yeah.
Was he really?
Fucking little weirdo, yeah. Those people own Florida, though, man. Like what? Goddamn, well, you live down.
That's not true, Pete.
Yeah, shit, man. Like I watched that thing with Leah Remini. They're like they were. I'm surprised they haven't murked her ass yet.
I didn't know they
Yeah.
owned Florida.
Yeah, she used to be a Scientologist.
Yep.
Yeah, that for those who don't know who that is, that's the woman who played the wife on King of Queens.
Yep.
She was on Saved by the Bell too.
She was on the summer vacation one where they
Did
went.
she do anything else after that King of Queens show?
She's on some kind of talk show or other, I think.
Yeah. And what I can't remember what the hell else she did. She had something else going on. But
She was on the Joe Rogan show and she talked about the whole Scientology thing.
yeah, it was like a whole big deal with her leaving the religion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they
That,
like threatened her and shit.
Oh yeah. What the fuck city are they based out of down there?
Clearwater.
Clearwater. Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's my uncle went down there. He's like, man, those people are just they're out
Yeah.
there.
I've been by the Scientology Center. This looks like somewhere like a cult would be held. I went to a concert over there, and it's in like the little downtown Clearwater area, and it's got some weird shit around there. But the one thing that stands out is the Scientology building. And like their doors are open, and they're like, "Come on in, check us out." And I'm like, "No, thank you."
Yeah, no, I'm good with all that. I don't need my thetan levels checked, homie. I'm fine. That shit, that South Park episode they did on that was so goddamn funny though. Oh my god, I that's when I used to watch South Park.
I want to watch it so bad tonight.
Is there a new? They started a new season, didn't they?
They're always got new seasons and shit.
I can't remember if the new one started yet or if it was like September, but I'm like, I don't know, I'm probably like 3 years behind, honestly. I haven't watched a new episode. I
I'm
love
watching it on HBO Max, and it's Randy starts a marijuana farm.
Yep.
Integrity Farms.
I've heard of that one.
The funniest shit.
I still remember the medicinal fried chicken episode from '08 when they freaking first legalized weed. Where Cartman was Scarface with the chicken skin and all that shit.
Oh my god.
Randy gave himself fucking testicular cancer to go buy weed.
Hey Stan, can you grab me a beer?
Microwave my ball shearing. God, I love when he says that. You always ruin my dreams, Sharon. God, yeah, Randy, you don't understand me, Sharon. The fucking what? Oh God, the music one, where he's playing and he's just like shitting in the microphone.
Yeah, he's
Lord.
playing Steamy Ray Vaughan and shit.
Steamy Ray Vaughan. It's Steamy Nick. What did you do to them britches? You leave them britches alone.
I love when he becomes Lord.
I
They're
am
like,
Lord.
they're like,
La la la.
Lord, Lord, Lord.
Lord. I used to play that on the radio. My fucking program director gets so pissed because Lord, it was like when Lord first came out, like, and made it big. They started playing it because I was on a goddamn pop station, so we're always playing that Royals song and I don't know, whatever else. I never listened to the music we played half the time. I just tune it out. But I'd play that Randy Marsh clip of like coming up next on Y102, and I'd be like, and then I'd hit the button, you'd hear I am Lord, la la la, I am Lord, and then fucking just go right into the song. I'm just like, yep. Oh yeah, they got mad 'cause I'd make fun of like the Taylor Swift songs. I'd be like, and next Taylor Swift with a song about a guy she broke up with last week, or she hasn't even broke up with yet. It's just something stupid like that. But that's why they're like, do you want to work on the classic rock station? I'm like, yes, please.
You guys need to see the episode where they talk about, like, you remember when planking was a big thing?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, Faith Hilling.
Yes. Yes.
Faith Hilling and Taylor
Faith Hilling.
Swifting.
Yep. God.
Hey, can you see me
The
now?
funniest part-
Get a good picture. Do you guys get it? I'm Faith Hilling.
The funniest part about that is that they were doing that to make fun of planking and shit like that, and people started Faith Hilling.
Yep. I liked when they did the planking thing on The Office. That was
Hardcore parkour.
that was
Dwight's like, I'll take care of this.
yeah. Planking is dangerous, especially when I'm around.
He drops the thing of paper on that dude's head.
It was Kevin. Yeah, it was fucking Kevin. He drops the thing of paper on him. Then what else did he do? Oh,
You can't eat cats, Kevin.
tips the fucking table over. Meredith's on top of the fucking bathroom stall. He sprays her with the fucking fire extinguisher.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, yeah, that was a fucking great episode. Oh shit, what do you say, guys? Think we ought to take her home?
Yeah, let's do it.
Kind of running on fumes here anyway. Hey, I'd like to thank everybody. Leo Red, Fallon Reacts, Warlord, Titan Tiberius, Keely Chow. Let's see who else was here. And Raiders of Lost Flicks sent me a message, said to say hello to you guys. Said hello to the boardroom. So hola to you, sir. And Sal and Cody, thank you guys for coming on tonight. I know we kind of last minute just threw this one together tonight.
Yeah, it's all right.
It was fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. No, we're fine. We're all fine here. We're all fine. But no, man, we'll do this again. Hopefully in a couple weeks, and these guys will be back over on the podcast proper soon. So yeah, we've got all that and much more coming up. And if you're not subscribed to Salvador, you need to go over and subscribe to 2 Cents Toys. Get over there. He's over 1,000 now. So congrats again on that, brother.
Sir.
Congrats,
Thank
man.
you.
You've got a good bit more than 1,000 now, right?
Yeah.
1,017 or something like that.
Let me see.
I think that's what it was last time I looked on YouTube because you guys are both on my like channels list. So we're up to 17. I show 17 likes right now on the live stream.
Hell yeah.
So
Hopefully it stays that way.
yeah, YouTube has a habit of taking my likes away. I don't know. I really don't know. I've never asked anybody if this happens to anybody else, but YouTube will just take my likes away off my live streams. Now, the one from Monday night, we'll go back here and look, is still sitting at 18. And we were at
It was at 20 something.
yeah, it was at like 22.
Mhm.
So that's not bad though. Normally they take like half of my likes. So
Yeah, so there was one where it was like 23 likes and it was down to like 12.
yep, I'm like, I know people didn't go back and unlike the stream, dislike the stream afterwards, or take their like back. So I have been Etep Wakuian right here, the place to be reviews. What have I got coming up? Well, we all know what we got coming. I've got a video I'm working on. Not going to be tonight. I am too tired. I'm going to go play video games and turn my brain off. And I'll have that George Lucas video out tomorrow, which means I'll be able to put a little bit more work into it because it's basically all laid out. So yeah, that's it, guys. Salvador, Goober, you guys got anything you want to say before we go?
I have like, I don't know, some 23 odd videos coming out between now and like October. That's about it.
Holy shit.
Jeez.
Yeah, so I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 12 that I can see because all my shit just kind of surrounds my desk, but I've got 12 left to make, so that's fun.
Damn.
And that's not including any kind of pre-orders or anything that might show up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
got a lot of videos to make.
See, same man. I've still got 6 videos that just need to be edited. They can be released at any time. But and like I said, we're kind of in a transition phase here on the channel. Nothing is going away. Nothing is going away. I assure you, we're fine. We're all fine. But we're going to change up the single release videos a little bit. Hopefully you guys will enjoy them better and get some more views on them. So that'll be happening because, like I said, I got a green screen coming, and that's just going to help during my live streams and my backgrounds for my videos because you won't look behind me and see I got my shirts, my Place to Be Reviews, my Phantom Collective shirt right here. Some toys. If you look up, there's Snake Mountain, Castle Grayskull back there, and there's some Star Wars stuff in here. But yeah, there'll be a screen behind me. So yeah, I'll be doing that. And while I'm gonna solo, I'm gonna look at it. I'm just gonna go ahead and give a shout out to these guys right here, DPD. So yep, good guys wear blue. Sorry, gotta say it. I said it at least once. But thank you guys for tuning in this evening, and thank you all listening on the playback in the future. I hope you enjoyed. Please hit the subscribe button, do all the YouTube things. Until then, until I see you next time, I am Etepokuian of the Place to Be Reviews. I've been here with all of yous, and if I don't see you, you have yourselves a great day and a pleasant tomorrow.